So we're here with Ortiz, and so hello. So who are you?
My name's Claire Ortiz.
So you're talking about, what are you talking about? This is
So what we do is we are a design, development, and essentially apparel experts in performance materials, in innovation, in engineering, and in garment development. So here's an example of one of our garments, which is it's a fully integrated, fully functional performance wool. We don't do anything that isn't high performance. This is a 7-in-1 material that we essentially formulated our own fabrics. Everything is laser cut, seam sealed. Even our buttonholes are not sewn, they're actually a sonic weld. So we utilize the highest end technology in laser cutting, in motion dynamics as well, and in the way that we construct all of our garments seamlessly, efficiently, and pretty high tech.
so we're here at the wearables, print electronics, IDTechEx, and so what's going on? What's going to happen?
So what we're doing now is we're taking everything that we have done with our collection in high-end, high-performance materials and embedding printed electronics. Our goal for our collection is that anything that you wear that is functional should never be obtrusive. It shouldn't feel like you have technology on. It should feel integrated, as if it's part of your body. So what we're doing,
So all these can have technology inside?
yes, and as an example, we're working with only printed electronics. So for instance, this is our fitness garment. It's already integrated with a lot of details that include zoned cooling, it includes zoned protection for the muscles, lactic acid control, so that a person can perform at a high level and reduce injury to the body, as well as allow someone to perform at a longer time span. We add to that then the printed sensors and printed electronics. So when you look at it from the outside, people are coming and saying, well, what is it? There's no electronics here. But in fact, there are. It's all 6 areas of printed sensor. So this is a silver paste ink. It feels like nothing on the body. These are the sensors here that would take bio readings, and then a small central module, which we don't want to show the actual electronic, because the whole goal is that everyone can see that this is the most lightweight and literally seamless way to build electronics intuitively into a garment.
So the idea is this will take the bio information,
Exactly.
like heart rate,
Right,
breathing.
right. Body temperature, and we can essentially create so many things inside of the body, but then also with our expertise in apparel design and development, we understand that it's not just about the electronics. When you put it together with all of the functionality of engineering true performance for a human body, as well as integrating it so that it is really truly seamless, that's when we're talking about, high-end, intuitive, motion dynamic electronic wearables.
So this is the most exciting area of wearables, right? Is getting into the clothes.
Yeah, we're essentially challenging ourselves and the industry, I would say, in the electronics world, to try and build things that, like I said, that are completely intuitive. In the apparel world, especially in performance apparel, you want to feel like you have absolutely nothing on. So all of the devices should feel like they're actually part of your body and not that extra. The other thing that's really key is that everything that we're building has to be machine washable. It has to be able to last a very long time. So we take a lot of care in the testing and the development, and making sure that from a quality perspective, product is going to really last a very long time. and be useful and affordable.
What's this demo, for example?
So this is an example of what we call burnout printing. This is not normal dye stuffs. This is one fabric. These are the same fabrics. This is a burnout technology. And so what we do is we burn out portions of the fabric to allow for breathability. And we do it in what we call artistic formation. So though this looks like, you know, a beautiful blouse, what it actually is a zoned cool, moisture management, UV protectant, antimicrobial, and within the print it is allowed to be immensely lightweight. You add to that these prints, you see these flowers here, could in fact be a silver paste electronic ink that would have conductivity in any way that we want. So we're displaying the fact that technology and printed electronic innovation doesn't necessarily have to be so, I'd say, electronic looking. It should be art. And in fashion, if it isn't stylish, if it isn't really beautiful, then it's all for naught.
So this is the trick. You want to get all this technology
Yes.
into stylish design and nice looking.
Exactly.
And then
exactly.
There will be lots of sensors in there, potentially.
Exactly. And with all of the technology that exists, what we want to do is make sure that everything that we're building feels like it is just the most, you know, comfortable and performance driven product without feeling like you're wired up or wired in to anything.
Right. So next year, potentially, people can start buying these with all the sensors inside. How long is it going to take?
Let's hope in the next 6 months that we can get all of these things to market. And that's a really good question. What we have done is taken a lot of time to make sure that all of our products are already tested and approved. We're working with a lot of agencies to test and develop brand new electronics. This is an example of our printed electronic. This is a silver paste ink, and imagine that something like this is essentially printed onto a garment directly.
It will be inside.
Yes. So this is what you see on the inside of that garment.
And how to make sure that all these sensors have real functions and can do all the stuff that people want to have.
Well, that's where all of the expertise comes in, right? We have worked with a lot of folks on our side, as well as our key partners, and that includes the DuPont team, in collaboration, so that we're essentially bringing together some of the smartest people, I'd say, in printed electronics industry to make sure that the sensors, in fact, do work before we go to market. And even the shaping and where they're placed is critical. And one thing that we know that is very different about the electronics industry or the tech industry is that the human body is dynamic. It is in motion all the time. And no two humans are built the same. So when we're developing our electronics, we have to take into consideration sizing. Sizing is key. It's something that is, our technical expertise. And so when we're developing all of our prints into the patterns and into the fibers of our clothing, we're taking into consideration the size of the human body, how it's going to move, and what it could potentially do after a garment is washed, after it's worn. So the react and retract effect is really important.
In the first generation, there would be a small box here, right?
Yeah, so this is where the electronic module sits. And so
it would be in the middle of the shirt, there would be a module.
Right, so the module sits here, and right now we're working with a few partners to develop a fully encased and washable module. Because again, what we want to make sure of is that all of our products are machine washable, easy to care for, safe, and so all of the elements that go inside, whether they're accelerometers or Bluetooth or even the batteries, they have to have a long life, have to be able to be washed, worn, and easily cared for, and really important that, these are not Tesla prices. Not that we don't love Tesla, we all would love one, but the idea is that we're bringing technology to everyday working people around the world.
So 2016 is going to be exciting for smart clothes.
Very exciting, yeah.